Good evening. Welcome to the Journey to Become Wealthy. My name is Kelvin Reed, and we actually are on day 35, I believe, and we're shooting a recording. Today we had a late recording due to, you guys know, the normal hustle and bustle of the day. But I'm glad you guys are here with me, and I'm able to make this video. So on today, remember I talked to you guys last night, and I kind of warned you, hey, after having a great day like we had on yesterday, Monday, and today being the last day of the Santa rally, that we might see a correction in a lot of our stocks. So on today, most of our portfolio came down. That is what we saw. We saw most of our portfolio come down. We saw some red. It wasn't too crazy. It was about 3%, which of course I can't show you now because we're in the new day, but that's fine. We'll still carry on as normal, right? We'll go and check things out. So let's start by checking out our futures. All right, we have the Dow up 0.59% currently. The S&P 500, the Dow is up 0.59% currently. S&P 500 is down 0.06%, and the Nasdaq is down 1.33%. We see here things coming down, but still, all in all, the Santa rally was a success because most of the futures, whether it was the Dow, the S&P 500, or the Nasdaq, ended up to close out the year of the Santa rally, so 2021. Pre-market movers, we don't see anything major. We see on the high side a gain of 2.06% in Raymond James Financial. Again, financial plays, we were talking about rotating into that one. I'm not aware of what this one is, but it may be one to look into if you guys say so. And on the downside, we have negative 4.44% on Alexandria Real Estate Equities Inc. Now, you guys know what I always say. This is usually a sign when we see our negatives far outweigh our positives. That's usually another sign that the next day is going to be slightly down or flat, right? But I'm thinking it's going to be pretty flat on tomorrow. I think we may see 2 days in a row it come down, but today things didn't come down too heavy, as you see here based on the futures, but they still came down. The fact that the Nasdaq came down negative 1.33%, and that's what a lot of our portfolio is currently in. That just goes to show, hey, what we're looking like. The Hang Seng is down 1.16%. I did see our China plays like Neo and Baba come back down on today. Although they didn't come down anything crazy, they were still down, and we'll check those out later. The Russell 2000, it is actually up 1.05% on the day. That's not anything great. Again, pretty flat, but still, that's good news. That's good news. So between the four futures, we see two positives and two negatives. So that gives me the idea that we might have some mixed emotions in the market as of currently. And I guess that's not anything major, but still, it just goes to let us know. All right, let's check out our heat map. We see technology sector is down pretty much. It looks like it has a lot more red and some heavy red. We see net come down negative 8.88%. Square come down negative 4.69%. Zscaler down 6.71%. Nvidia down 2.76%. So that's all pretty heavy. And we saw Apple, which had finally broke the 182, the resistance of $181. We saw it sitting at 182 on yesterday. It's actually come down 1.27%. So, we mentioned that it would come down, saying that the other day when it was sitting at 181.99. So this is not a surprise to us, and it's actually a minor thing, especially for those of us who are invested in Apple for the long term. So that's nothing major. Financial sector. Remember I said we were going to try and rotate into that. It is looking green on the day. It is bright green at that. So JP Morgan up 3.79%. Bank of America up 3.92%. Wells Fargo up 3.98%. So these are all the companies that we talked about a week ago getting in when they were sitting at $48 and $44. They have made about a 4% gain on today alone. And I think they were pretty flat on yesterday. So these are the things that kind of hedge. They bounce out. Remember, that's why we either rotate or we want to make sure we have a balance. We have a little bit in the tech sector. We have a little bit in financials as well. And I do believe that financials is going to continue to do well, seeing the news that we had as far as the feds and things like that, a couple weeks ago. Let's see. I'm zooming in. Let's check out communications is down. Communication sector pretty down and beat up, looks like, but kind of flat. Google's kind of flat. Facebook kind of flat. Healthcare kind of down. We see consumer cyclical down again. Tesla's actually down 4%. It had got as high as $1,200 on yesterday. So this still isn't anything major. That's not even a bad down, especially for those of you who got in the $800 to $900 range. You should still see a pretty good gain as of right now. That's a pretty good gain. I want to say 4 to 10% you should be seeing right now. Amazon is down. Baba, as I told you, it was down. Consumer defensive, it looks like it was pretty flat. Walmart came down fairly heavy at a drop of 1.83%. Not anything major, but still came down. It's done a lot better over the past couple days and weeks, so this little drop may mean nothing to many of you who probably got in early. Energy sector is actually up. That's a beautiful thing to see the energy sector up. And we see industrials is looking pretty green. Real estate is red, kinda, but with some green, pretty flat all around. Utilities pretty flat or red all around. Basic materials are looking pretty green all around. So the markets are looking pretty mixed as of right now. Financials, however, they look like they're ready to boom. We actually may see more and more of financial positivity again. Wells Fargo and Bank of America being the two that we were talking about getting in. Looks like Bank of America actually popped pretty good since the last time we discussed it. So let's check out our crypto heat map. Crypto, Bitcoin, as of right now, it is up 0.19%, but it is still sitting at $46,000 range. For those of you who know, heed my words, under $47,000, mainly in the $46,000 range, we are in a buy zone. So you buy what you can and you build up on this. I mean, I could literally. And another thing to mention, crypto does not count as day trading. So you can buy and sell crypto every day and it does not count as day trading. But Bitcoin, I could literally sit here and day trade Bitcoin and Ethereum every day and make money. I mean, I could, and it would not have any issues. Let's check out our coinmarketcap.com. See what we have here. So let's check out things for the day and for the week. Bitcoin up 0.18% for the day as of right now, down 3% for the week. Ethereum up 1.67% for the day, up 0.14% on the week. Binance is back up 0.51%, however, it's down 4.55% on the week. Solana is up 1%. Cardano is up 1.64%, but down on the week 5%. Terra Luna down 3.49%, but only down 0.66% on the week. Dogecoin is down 0.36% on the day, 3.5% on the week. Shiba Inu down 0.04% on the day, down 8.53% on the week. And that's nothing major, that's nothing at all, that's a small thing. Crow is showing that it's come back down 1.01% on the day and 3.69% on the week. Let's check these out. What we're looking for right now is some Sandbox and Decentraland. Decentraland is actually up 0.51% for today, down 5% on the week. And let me see if I can find Sandbox. Sandbox is down 0.58% on the day and 7.37% on the week. Now we do know, remember I keep telling y'all, we like to buy low. So just because you see this red does not mean it is bad. It means this is your chance to get in here at the cheap prices and wait for these prices to go back up. Sandbox and Decentraland being two of the ones that we know are our metaverse plays or DeFi plays. Crow and Terra Luna are DeFi. Shiba Inu, they call it a meme coin, but I think it leans more towards DeFi or just a consumer type of crypto. And the others as well, Bitcoin and Ethereum being our really heavy big dogs. So these things are looking good. We're in those. You guys saw Decentraland on yesterday. Y'all saw me jump in there and play. If you watched my second video, it was a short second video. I actually started fresh. I connected my wallet, my Trust wallet, to Decentraland. So I made sure the second video on tonight showing you guys how to get started, how it actually starts off, and how you guys can get in there and do the same thing. And if you want to play around, it puts me in the mindset of Sims. However, it's virtual reality. I mean, you can get in there and live your life however you want to if you want to do things like that. So it's just something for you guys to consider and think about if that's something you want to get into. Today, I did not make any major moves in the stock market. My portfolio was down about 3% on today. So we can check here. We see Charge Point came down 2%. Baba actually showing up as of right now, 0.31%. Neo came down. It was all the way up 14%. You guys saw that the other night, but it's actually come back down 5% from that 14%. SoFi is down 4%. Fiverr down 8%. CrowdStrike down 5%. VTI. You guys remember, VTI is your dividend stock. We want to make sure we have stocks like this to also hedge against the tech heavy, or anytime the market comes down too heavy, we want stocks like this because they keep us balanced. VTI keeps us balanced. MO, which is Altria, it actually keeps us balanced as well. So you guys want to make sure that you do things like that. And we have Apple. You guys saw Apple up on the week. You saw it doing this thing. And Adobe, it's coming back down to our 540 range, I want to say. We got in here at 548, 540, 548. So it's coming back down. If you guys want a piece of this may be a great time to jump in. However, we do know that our tech stocks are something that's going to be slightly risky going into this year, 2022, because we want to be in financials and doing those type of things. Crypto, again, we already discussed that. Y'all see I have Wells Fargo here at the top of my watch list because it's going to be the ones that I'm looking to get into for my financials play. I might get into it hot and heavy along with VTI. I want to get into hot and heavy and actually make some money to hedge against all, as you see here. You look here, this is my watch list. What I told you guys was pretty tech heavy and consumer heavy. You guys see here, most of these companies are down on the day. Most of these companies are down on the day. That is not to say that they will not make a recovery. That is not to say they will not make a recovery, but they are down on the day. We want to make sure we have stocks that balance out so that when we look at our portfolio, it is not down too heavy one way or another. Alright, so we see our watch list just doing this thing. We see it actually moving. Again, y'all see it's pretty much down. These are a lot of the tech heavy things, and I do have another watch list here, but we're not going to discuss it. I get into it every now and then, but it's not anything that I'm actually curious about as of right now. So yesterday I mentioned to you guys about how to make sure you get in here and you get started. I want to refresh on that, right? First thing to get invested, you want to find you a brokerage account that you like. Find a company or an account that you like. Do your research, because some of you may be more advanced than others. Some of you may like more technicals, which I'll use all the technicals as well. So as you see here, I have my Webull. Well, I have one of my Webulls up as well as far as my portfolio. So I have my Webull, I have Robinhood, and I have TD Ameritrade, along with other crypto trading accounts that I have. So you guys make sure you take a look at those things. I might actually see, I'm not going to mention any stocks to buy for this week as of right now, outside of the financials that we talked about, Wells Fargo and Bank of America. However, I do think those being up 3.92% on the day may actually keep us away from it. We may run away from something like that as of right now because we don't want to buy high. We want to buy low. So the time of the buy would have been last week when it was down. So let me see if I can show you guys that again. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to pull this back up. All right, y'all see we have Bank of America here. On last week, it was at $44. If you bought it at $44 on last week, you will currently be up 6% already. You will currently be up 6%, and you could have been up as high as 7% on the dollar. It was currently, on last week when we mentioned it, it was sitting at $44, and we talked about that. And now it's currently sitting at 48. So you would already be in the green. You would have already been making profit. And all last week, as you see, it traded flat. It traded pretty much flat. Let's check out for the month. Again, it's set at that $44 range, and now all of a sudden it's made a spike because it's time for that rotation. I think the tech sector is going to begin coming down a little bit. So we'll have to look towards some safer plays like VTI or Bank of America or Wells Fargo or even Apple. Apple is a safe play in my opinion, because the fact is it's a long term. These are long term holds. We want to make sure we buy these things. We build our position over time. Again, consistently, we want to consistently invest in this company. We don't just want to, get in here and put in $500 and that's all we ever do, thinking that the money's just gonna magically appear. No, we consistently add money every week. If you guys are like me, this is your week to add. This is my week to add. So I'll be adding in some money on Friday when I get paid my investment account. I treat it similar to a savings. However, I put my money into one of these companies. I allow them to make me some profit, a much higher profit than I would in a savings or a bank account. Let's check out Wells Fargo, what kind of profit we would have made versus last week on that. And we're going to check out the week chart. On the week, last week, we looked at Wells Fargo. It was sitting at $47.99. $47.99, around $48. And on today, it is up 8% on the week. Again, you would have already been up in the positive, 8%. So $100 on 8%, you know what's up. $8, it may not be a whole lot, but it is better than nothing. That is a great gain. You will not make 8% sitting your money in the bank. If you put $10,000 in here, again, the numbers keep going on. They build up like that. So right now, I know many of us are starting out. We're starting out with smaller accounts, and we're picking safe and few plays. So we start out with few. So based on how much you have in your account, it's depending on how many stocks you should be investing in. You should not be using $500 and invest in 10 different companies. You should take your $500. You should find you 1 to 2 companies that you like, that you really like. You invest in those companies. So 2 companies actually, because you want to balance it out, especially if you're looking at high growth or even riskier plays. You have $1,000, 2 companies, 3 companies. Make sure you have a balanced account. And again, I want to always keep some money in BTI for me, because I want my BTI to actually go and pay me those dividends for nothing. Just having my money invested, and on top of the fact that it's consistently been growing year over year. BTI is a good company. I mean, it is an ETF, so it is a good company. I keep money in there to actually hedge against my losses, and also pay me out on what I have. And I do Altria, which is MO, ticker symbol MO. It actually makes me money. It pays out dividends every quarter. So I want to make sure I keep my money in those type of companies to hedge against all the losses. As you see right here, it's been down. Man, look, I can show you for a month. It's been just pretty much chilling and floating around the same value between 44, 48. It's just floated around for the past month. So I don't expect it to make me any money. I mean, I got $25. I'm up $25 out of 500. That's great. I'm up 5%. That's great. Great numbers for me. But it pays me. This joker pays me every quarter just to be a holder of his company. So those are the type of things we want to make sure we have. Like I said, as of right now, I'm not going to recommend any companies, because I think we may see another red day tomorrow. And I actually called the red day on today. I told you guys I thought it would be a correction, seeing that we saw 2 green days, especially with the percentages that they ran up. And today being the last day of Santa Rally, I knew that the market had to correct itself. So I think that tomorrow we may see another red day, but not too heavy on the red end. But I want you guys to make sure you play it safe and do what's best for your accounts, right? Make sure you do your due diligence. Make sure you pay attention and jump in safe plays, and make sure you're trying to make some guaranteed money. Buy low, sell high. Apple, again, being a long-term play, is currently sitting at the top of where it's been at for the past month. Right now may not be the best time to get in there. You may want to wait for it to come down a little bit. Facebook, I'm looking at getting into that one. Right now may not be the best time to get in there and be testing the waters on those type of stocks. So I just want you guys to know. Let's check out something. I actually took a screenshot on today of some things that I want you guys to see and just kind of check out. So some positive news. This is some positive news for the day, and I'm going to check this out. So hold on a second. All right. So the news was in regards to SONY. SONY plans to establish a new company focusing on electric vehicles this spring, according to Reuters. SONY. So y'all saw, if you were looking at SONY, which it has not been on my radar, and I am actually going to add it to my list now. I'm going to add it to my hot stocks list. It is up 2% on the past week. Today it is up again 1.81%. And again, this is not really 100% accurate, saying that I've been here after midnight. We got in here after midnight. So, I hate to do that to you. For some reason, I took a screenshot because I was checking out stock market news on Twitter. I took a screenshot for you guys. And again, like I said, it says SONY plans to establish a new company focusing on electric vehicles this spring, according to Reuters. So that is great news. That is great news. That is something that we look forward to. SONY teases details of next gen VR headset. That was 3 hours ago. SONY details superhero film Morbius, and that was 15 hours ago. So I don't see anything here about that as of yet, but it's still news. It's news that we can look forward to. as a matter of fact, let me check this out. Let me see if this works for us. Sony News. Sony's VR, PlayStation, and it had an image of the vehicle. It had an image up here you go. Sony looks to electric cars, and this was 2 hours ago, for the next big hit idea. So they're definitely trying to step into a new market. This may actually provide a lot of good positive catalysts as far as the company's stock. And you guys can come in here and do the research. You just saw what I did in order to do the research on this. Let's check out it was something else today. It was other good news around that I cannot seem to find. Dow rises to new record, but NASDAQ falls nearly 2%. Exclusive Wall Street cancels plans to host Miami parties at key real estate conference due to COVID. Yeah. As you all know, Omicron has been right on the rise, so got to be careful with that, especially as far as airlines and cruises. Got to be careful with that. NEO stock could have a big year where it could more than double. NEO could double. Again, it's a Chinese place, so we want to be careful when we get in that joker. We want to be safe. Ford stock beat Tesla last year. Here's what it will do next. Tesla and Moderna stock started 2022 differently. What history says happens next. And just different things like this, right? Normally I come through here and I check out the news. You know, I check this out every day to see what's going on. And also I will come here and look at stock market news. And I mean, even Twitter. If you go to Twitter, type in stock market news, you'll see different things that pop up, different good news, different companies. Like I said, you see here, this is the Twitter account. Sony has confirmed the next virtual VR. Sony plans to establish a new company focusing on that. And we just saw that news. So y'all can go to Yahoo Finance if you want. Market Watch. There are several different sources to where we can find good news and good companies that we want to invest in. But as of right now, I think that's all I have for you guys. And we'll probably get into this thing tomorrow. If I have some free time in the morning, what I'll do is I'll try and make some trades, and we'll try and see if we can make some money. Especially we see what financials is doing. Let's see where the market is gonna move. Where it's gonna move up or down in the morning. We'll make some live trades, and we'll go from there. If there is no money to be made, of course, I'm not going to put you guys in anything that's going to cause you to lose anything, which it happens in the market. I mean, you lose and you gain money every day, but we definitely working towards success only. So I'm going to end the video like that. I want you guys to have a good night. Let's not forget our wealthy word of the week, desire. Make sure you desire it fully. I mean, desire whatever success is, whatever your level of success is. And I thank you guys for joining me on the journey to become wealthy. Y'all have a great night.